Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe and taking care of yourself. Welcome back to the channel and a new video. Today we are going to drive at the Sochi Grand Prix at Russia. It is fairly new track for me because I've hardly played on that particular track, but in real life it has surely has it has given a lot of good experiences to many drivers and it's been a real fun track. So let's see what happens. um, I'm really interested to see as to what can be done and how I can probably the- you know m- get around this track. There are a few particularly difficult parts on the track, but I just hope that I don't mess up at some point and lose out, especially the championship lead that is here at stake. So also, our teammate has not performed that well. I think in the last race, he didn't bring us enough points. But we are still, right, underneath Ferrari in second place, and we are quite, close to Ferrari and overtaking them. And so, as you see on your screens right now, we are going to go begin the video with the qualifying itself, and also this time it is not a one-shot qualifying; it is just a short qualifying. So just one session, and in that one session, I need to clock the best time I can in multiple laps as I wish. And here, as you see, onto the flying lap now. Alonso trying to kind of slow me down there. I don't think that was a great idea, and especially this front straight, it is really fast, and it's I think around 700 meters or so. So it quite gets you onto a good speed, and then when you come onto this parabolica kind of turn, sometimes when I was doing in the practice session, my car just flew out into the barriers. So have to be careful, but overall the track and this run was really good on the ultra softs. So it was a quite good run, and I did make mistakes. Corner cutting. Uh, I did get corner cutting, but I kind of made sure I didn't make the mistake the third time, and still kept the car at a good pace and not messing up or locking up too much in parts where it is really required, because especially in qualifying, if I make a mistake and the car is slow at some point, then if the entry into the turn isn't great, then the exit is really bad, and I keep messing up. So, but overall, it was a really good run, and it put me on to pole position. I actually went on for a second run, but it was ruined by, I think, one of the Saubers on the track. So I had to abandon that lap, and also because I was quite fast, uh, and I had set a really good lap um, on my first run. I felt that would be safe enough for us to take into consideration and use it for the Sunday race. And as you will see on your screens in a few moments, that single run was enough for us to give us the pole position. Um, but there is a few issues on the car, where like the MGUH, MGUK, and the energy store, I think, have started to wear out, and we may have to replace those parts in the by the end of next race. So I don't know how that will actually turn out to be in this race. Maybe we can just use it for the last race now, and see how the car performs. But overall, I was happy with that qualifying run. We did really well, and that brought us onto pole position. And as you can see, the Sochi Autodrome, it's a really good circuit. I love it. It has a lot of straight, like more of a straight and um long turns. Uh, I I don't know how to say that, but it is a really good track to drive on. And but there could be mistakes that could be made, and which will really cost me um, a lot in that, but in the particular race. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video with people you know. um, your support is greatly appreciated. So as you can see here, let's take a look at the grid for today's race. So it'll be myself on pole alongside Lewis Hamilton. Then you have Valtteri Sebastian on the second row, Kimi and Ricciardo, Verstappen, my teammate, Hulkenberg, and Roman Grosjean. We are the top 10 for this race, and more than anyone, I don't care. Um, I'll be really gutted if I don't make enough use of that pole position, because we did well in the previous race while being on pole. So I think we should be able to do well this race as well. And so I'll be going for a one stop with I'll be starting on the ultra softs first, and then getting onto the softs. And as you can see on the formation lap, I was immediately trying to get those tires at to a good. I was trying to get those tires to a good temperature, so that I don't mess up during the start. So that if because if the tires are cold, it becomes really difficult, and there's a lot of wheel spin during the race start. And most of the times, I have seen that that wheel spin costs me a fair few amount of places at the start of the race. So I am trying to kind of bring the tires up to temperature, and also the brakes. So as you can see, we're just weaving around, heating up the brakes and the tires as well, and bring them up to temperature, so that we don't have any cold starts, cold tires during the race start. But many a times it actually happens that way, because we're already especially if you're on pole, you're waiting for too long, for the people in the back to come and form the grid. So we'll kind of miss out some time and some temperature there. But all in all, it should be fine. I should be able to make it stick, and somehow uh, do well. I'm just hoping I don't make any mistakes here, and especially Lewis Hamilton kind of looks aggressive on the brakes. So being behind him may or may not be a great idea. So that'll mean that I have to get past him as soon as possible, ASAP, or else it's going to be mostly a done deal for him and for us as well. So a podium finish is the plan for the race, but let's see, as five red lights, and away we go for the Sochi Grand Prix. We get a really bad start, whereas the rival along us, Lewis Hamilton, has easily gone two car lengths past us. Bottas has passed us right now, and Raikkonen and myself are almost wheel to wheel. We kind of get the car slowed down, go onto the bollard, but uh, come up just in front of Raikkonen, and it's really difficult to overtake on on that corner. So he was not able to. Raikkonen was not able to pass me, but here you go, big dive bomb on Bottas to get into a net P2 in the race. But my main aim will be to get past that man in front there in front of me, Lewis Hamilton. I have to ruin his party today. And also, as you can see, he has set the fastest lap. And towards the end of lap number 5, we have lived up to the stint and requirements for that for these ultra softs. And actually, that was a quite nice pit entry by me, and I think I've kind of mastered that. But as you can see, Raikkonen behind us coming into the pits as well, and Hamilton was actually ahead of us. And as you can see there, our pit air release was a bit slow, but somehow we managed to come in front of Raikkonen. Hamilton is again ahead of us as he was before the pits as well. Um, I think Hamilton kind of lost out some time because there were other people who were joining as well. But as you can see, as we exit the pits, you can see Verline has overtaken us, but he locks up because he is using an old set, and that makes us lets us gives us the advantage to go past on the outside a little bit too outside on that track, and but still make it stick. And only aim is now to get as close to Hamilton as possible. And as you can see, by the end of that lap, many the remaining drivers have come into the pits and made their mandatory stops. So Sainz is still behind me, but Raikkonen, of course, has gone past him. And so it's surprising to see that Hamilton is P3 right now, um, and I don't know who is in P1 and P2, who has the net lead. And as we come on to the end of the seventh lap, I got really close to Hamilton, and I kind of thought of a dive bomb idea, and there you go. That was the dive bomb that I made. That was quite risky. It could have, sent me out of the race. I could have ruined both our races, especially mine. But I don't know why, how, and why. But I thought it would be a great idea to go for that dangerous move. But as I was saying, who was leading the race? Any guesses? Let's see on the next lap. As you can see, it's the both Haas F1 cars. It's of Magnussen and Grosjean. Could you ever imagine both Haas's leading 1 and 2? Wait, what? Haas leading? Exactly. That was my reaction as well. Um, but somehow I got past Magnussen. I didn't want to get too close to him because those Haas cars are known to ruin your races. But not much happened through the race. Only that my car, the parts like MGUH, MGUK, and the energy store, as I had already mentioned, started giving up on the car and giving up on me. But somehow we kind of stuck it in, and by the end of last lap, um, Hamilton had come really close to us, and there were a few moments where he almost overtook us, but we kind of closed the doors, and that's another win for us in this amateur first season in F1. I think that is win number 3. Uh, you guys, I'm not sure if it's win number 3, but of course we have got some really good races in the past few episodes, and few more uh, to come in the future as well. And yes, end of the day, our team is happy. Um, they love it. They love to see it because we have won it. Sergio Perez also has done a really good job in getting some really important points for us. But all in all, It was a really great race for us as a team. Our teammate did well. The pit stops were okay. I wouldn't comment too much on that, but the strategy was really good. And the car, of course, has done its job. So there you see, it's again another podium for us. Sergio Perez comes in at sixth. He was actually eighth on the grid and he's made up two positions. Whereas Sebastian Vettel has lost out on a lot of positions on the grid, and maybe it might have costed Ferrari a little bit in their constructors championship. And here you can see we have extended our lead, and as I had already said, Force India are number one in the constructors championship. So goodbye. See you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Take care. Keep smiling and enjoy.